What is up, Jabronis? JJ back here with Snyder once again and Ali Mack. We were delayed a bit on the show. Blame Ali Mack. Needless to say, we're here. We made it. So yesterday was a good one, Snyder. Awesome course rundowns and awesome information from Uncle T as well. No Travis back-to-back days. You hate to see it. But in relation to this, yeah, we won't go through the course rundowns again. But Ali, anything to note from last week? I know I saw your little video earlier on the ship. So what else is brewing?
You mean from last week's tournament? Terrible. Both Uncle T and I both had Willie Z winning, who didn't even make the cut. So like as soon as that happened, I was just like out. I was mad.
Yeah, I mean, I try to avoid the group circle jerks on the show, but that's back-to-back weeks where this happened and back-to-back weeks where it backfired. I'm always looking out, but you guys know best. So as for this week, a huge tournament on this end. Like I said, I already saw you did a video for it already, so hopefully some good intel all around. And Snyder, in relation to you. Outrights, I have a feeling who you're likely going to talk about. Oh, get there, Glaber. I have a feeling who you're likely going to talk about in your outrights. But
I might be throwing a curveball. You never know.
I highly doubt that will happen. But needless to say, excited to jump in. So we could start with outrights here. Who you folks like at current odds? And Ali, we'll start with you. Considering Snyder was on the show yesterday. So for an outright, maybe a guy that's less than 50-1 or better, who do you like to win this tournament?
Less than 50-1? I mean, that's what we always do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just regurgitating the format. That's all. I
Okay.
do it once in a while. I drop it in.
All right. Well, I am gonna go with Shane Lowry here, 35-1 as my outright. Sorry. Weather is a big factor this week. If the wind blows like it's forecasted to this weekend, that should benefit him greatly. He thrives in these conditions. His run at the Masters was impeccable with the top 3 finish. Recent form, he's ranking 8th in the field in strokes gained approach over the last 24 rounds. Everything seems to point in the right direction for him to do well this week. He's a lot of fun to watch. I think it's going to be a good one here. But I'm also liking Scottie Scheffler, and I wasn't going to come out and say that, so I figured I had to have someone else in addition to that. But I saw this interesting stat earlier that I feel like I want to share. So Scheffler has gained 2.89 strokes in the field in the last 20 rounds. He's the best golfer in the world. Lowry, over the last 20 rounds, has gained 2.88. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but I kind of have 2 outright picks this week. So Lowry and Scottie.
I can't hate on a.
Oh
Jesus! I can't hate. I have a video in the background. I can't hate on a Scottie pick, even though we could do better as a team. But
no, I came prepared with another one, but I'm saying in addition to Shane Lowry, I got to go with my guy Scottie.
No, it's more than fair. Scotty's been the best golfer for quite a few weeks now. And then Snyder, on your end now. Tee times are important in this tournament with all this weather variable. But with that said, who do you like? I mean, maybe are you looking too much into that? Are you not looking enough into that? How are you handicapping the weather portion? Because I know we didn't talk much on it yesterday.
Yeah, I'm gonna consider it pretty heavily here this week. I'm gonna go for my outright. I'm gonna go with Cam Smith. He's got a great tee time. He's going out real early in the morning. He's played really well at Augusta, which is a corollary course to this. He played really well at the Players Championship. We saw some pretty windy conditions there too. He ended up winning that event. So I really like Cam Smith here. I think everything's going to line up for him. The mullet power is going to be back in full force this week. So Cam Smith at 22-1 at DraftKings is going to be my outright for the week. I mean, I hate to say it, but I can't go with Morikawa. I can't go with Scottie. I can't go with Rahm. I'm just not going to play any of those guys this week.
Excuse me for asking. Did you say molt power?
Mullet.
Oh, the mullet power. Or just mullet. You didn't even say power. I made that up.
Dunkel doesn't even know that Cam Smith has a mullet, probably. So
not even aware. Not even aware. However, I do like him more for it, so that's pretty nice. I can't complain there. Yeah, so I guess we'll slide over to long shots, and then Snyder, on your end, who do you think near? It doesn't have to be near the bottom. Just anybody over 50 to 1 that you feel is offering up a lot of value.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I got some pushback from this, but it's starting to. Some people are starting to hear me out on this. I'm gonna go with Mr. Patrick Reed. He's got the good weather draw too. He's going out in the morning. He's a true grinder. He's a lead around the green. I mean, it's gonna be some tough around the green conditions here if you miss these small greens. He's one of the best around the green players on tour. I like him here. I never really play him much. He lives in Texas, so he should be familiar with this area. I think he's played here a few times. I'm going to go with Patrick Reed at 100 to 1 odds. He's won a major. He won at Augusta, which is a corollary course to this. So I like Mr. Reed.
Also, 100 to 1 feels so thick for him. I feel like he's usually never in the triple digits by any means. So I like that for sure. Allie, on your end, long shot, who do you like?
Yeah, so I feel like maybe the Masters, when Uncle T was like, long shots for these majors are not really a thing, but we have to pick one. So I'm gonna go with Cam Young here, 35 to 1, or I'm sorry, 75 to 1 over at FanDuel. I was like, I almost got booted. He's coming up back-to-back top five. What's that?
You would have.
Yeah, I know. So let me tell you, it's 75 to 1. But he's coming off back-to-back top 5 finishes at the Wells Fargo, RBC Heritage. He struggled at majors so far, but his game is suited for this. He's averaging 315.7 yards off the tee, which will assist him well here. He's in excellent form from tee to green, ranking 3rd in the field over the last 24 rounds. So he's also top 20 around the green. So give me Cam Young as my long
He's
shot.
got a good tee time as well, so I like him as well.
Yeah. Look at you, Snyder. Me and Snyder arm in arm this week.
I mean, the two of you will burn money together then. So Snyder, on your end, the weather factor, how much is too much impact? Like, as far as because I know you're playing DFS and obviously betting this tournament, how much is too much? Like, at what point is it being melted into the market too much with the weather? And are you finding value, or are you just going all in on these morning tee times to avoid the weather? And to be honest, though, is the weather going to be better on Friday? So are these guys going to avoid the bad weather? I guess I'm trying to understand that and how you're handicapping it this week.
The weather wave is going to be pretty calm early Thursday. As Thursday afternoon comes, the winds are going to pick up. We're going to see gusts like right around 30, 35 miles an hour. And then the same guys that have to play in that Thursday PM, they got to come back in the morning. And the morning waves Friday are going to be even worse. I'm seeing gusts anywhere from 40 plus Friday morning. So, I mean, they're going to get the brunt on both ends of the spectrum there. I mean, we saw this. We knew there was going to be a big advantage to the players. Everybody talked about it up and everything, and only 7% of the field actually played a full AM stack. So I think people are talking about it, but it takes a lot of balls to X out a lot of these guys like Scotty, Rahm, JT, Morikawa. They're all going out in the morning. I mean, it's going to take some balls to hit the X button on those guys. So one guy I am hesitant to hit the X button on is Scotty Scheffler. Maybe I'll play like a 20 max or something where I'll just lock Scotty in like a smaller, like a 20 max or something, get well over the weight on him versus the field there in case he does get through this. I think we should see some really good betting odds maybe into the weekend. Like if Scotty makes it through Thursday, Friday, he's like 6-7 back of the lead. I think we can get some good odds on Scotty going into the weekend to maybe win outright at probably like 30, 40, 50 to 1. Just depends on where he's at if he makes it through the weekend. And I think so there's going to be some interesting spots to bet after round 1, after round 2, after round 3 for outrights this week. The winds look pretty bad on the weekend too. So, I mean, we just got to pay attention to the weather as it goes forward. I think we could have some in-game betting here, Odds.
Love it all around. Fire away, Allie.
Yeah, like you said, if Scotty makes it to the weekend, like I don't even know how to react to that. Like, you honestly think that he would miss the cut?
I don't think it's likely, but I mean, we've seen big names miss cuts at majors before.
But Scotty, right now, I feel
Yeah, maybe the
I
guy
mean, this
pisses
course
down- maybe
sets
the guy-
up great for him. He loves the course.
Exactly.
Maybe the guy pisses down his leg. Who knows? Who knows? Snyder, on your end, is that William and Mary behind you with that certificate?
That's a waste management. That's Brooks Koepka autograph, and then the one above that is my guy Colin Morikawa's first major victory there at the PGA 2 years ago.
Love it. For a second there, I thought you were a little William and Mary grad. Okay. Okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll suffice.
You're the host of a PGA golf bet show, and you don't know that logo?
Let me tell you something. I don't know a lot of things. So that's more than fine. Okay, so moving on. Snyder, real quick, what do you think of Cantlay from Danny?
Cantlay, I think he's in the PM wave, so let me check. Cantlay PM. Yeah, I'm not gonna play him.
Okay. That's it. No, I love how I'm like, hey, are we gonna overreact to the weather? Are we not gonna overreact to the weather? And like Snyder's like, yeah, that dude's playing. That dude's, not playing in the morning, so we're fading him. Not even, I'll tell you this though, Snyder. At least what I know about Cantlay, the dude typically plays well in these lower scoring events because he doesn't exactly birdie hunt. But with that said, if he's going to be playing a completely different course than most others because of the time discrepancy, I could definitely see that. B-Rod's asking, where's your backwards hat, Allie? Join the crew for a change instead of being an alpha dog.
You know what's funny is the other day. Oh, sorry.
No,
when JJ and I were texting, he said, I don't even know what it was. I was talking about copying his look, and he was like, as long as you don't start wearing backwards hats. So it's funny that he mentioned that because. Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? Allie kind of bites off the swag, Snyder. Wouldn't you agree? But however, she's not doing it. She's not doing it with the hat yet. So I guess some flavor of kudos.
I can't rock a backwards hat, so that will never happen. But
all right, so let's slide over to T20s. Who did the last? Allie, we'll start with you for T20s.
All right.
Who do you like?
So I did a video the other day. Somebody commented that I had terrible picks, but I'm confident Willie Z coming through top 20 plus 150 on DraftKings. Always seems to come through around majors. Long enough, accurate enough, consistent enough. Outside of the last week where he missed the cut, but ranking first in the field and approach over the last 24 rounds, 11th in bogey avoidance, plays his irons well, so I see it panning out for him top 20 this week.
Now, you said Willie Z, right?
Yeah, Will Zalatoris.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the odds. What was the best number you saw?
I saw 150 on DraftKings.
150. Okay, as good as it's going to get, or about. So Willie Z. And Snyder, who do you like for T20?
I'm going to go with Bobby McIntyre. He's at plus 275 on DraftKings. He's 8 for 8 in major cuts made, so I like Bobby McIntyre. He's been playing well both overseas and stateside, so I think Mr. McIntyre is going to get inside the top 20 for us. I like the odds there, and then you can also get Patrick Reed at plus 300. I mentioned him for my long shot winner. I think plus 300 is a pretty good odds for him to T20 as well.
The odds just seem so against Fat Pat, and I guess I don't.
And nobody plays him, yeah.
I guess he's not in the best form, maybe. Well, obviously, but either way, matchup. Snyder, who do you like? You sticking with your boy Reed? Just going to go sweep the show with him?
No, I'm going to go with Hughes minus 130 versus Champ. Hughes has the good weather draw. He plays really well in these tougher course setups. He's played well in the majors. His last two majors, he's played pretty well as well. He was at the U.S. Open last year. He was 15th, and then he followed that up with the top 10 at the Open last year in his last two majors. So I like that. He was 9th at the Wells Fargo too. So I think Hughes sets up well for this tough test of golf here. He plays well in these tough, difficult conditions. He plays well in the wind. So I like Hughes over Champ minus 130. Champ is on the wrong side of the weather draw as well. So I like that even more. And I do like Scheffler minus 110 over Rahm.
Awesome. Allie has to like that pick.
I was going to say Scotty beating John Rahm, but I was going to steer clear of it.
I thought you had that other matchup.
Yes, I do. So I put it out on Twitter today because I was, researching for the show. I am really excited for Spieth over Xander Schauffele plus 104 over at FanDuel. I think Jordan is hitting it as well off the tee right now as he ever has. He's also clearly added some distance. His iron and short game play have been peak for most of the year. The putter has been a little suspect at times, but I think he'll turn it around for the major. Over the last 24 rounds, he's well above Xander in a lot of stats in the field. Second, strokes gained tee to green. Third, in approach. So give me Jordan Spieth over Xander Schauffele plus 104 on FanDuel.
How about Allie find the dog prices? You love to see it. Snyder, could this be real life? I mean, I could pull up BetMGM. Could McIntyre really plus 200 at T40 on that site?
That would be tasty if you could get that. Yeah, I like that for sure.
But didn't you have him as top 20?
I guess what we're saying is the T20 odd, the T40 odds are better than the T20 at BetMGM.
Wow.
I mean, at least theoretically. The folks, any love for Fitzpatrick, Hideki, or Lowry?
Well, don't you want to?
Yeah, you can. What's that?
Mr. Mangone messaged us his outright.
Oh no, did he really? You know what, Mangone.
Hey, Uncle, if you want to mention, Hideki is my outright this week. So.
Wow, look at that! Look at that for timing. Yeah. So Danny, our friend Travis, who's unavailable for like the last 72 hours and the future 72 hours, he does like himself some Hideki. Was it Hideki, right?
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, it's Hideki. I like Hideki. He's on the good end of the weather draw too. Fitzpatrick and Lowry are both PM guys, but they're both true grinders. They can play well in tough conditions, so I think they can battle through the cut.
Cool.
Oh yeah, that's why I feel like that's why I'm on Shane Lowry this week is like the weather. I just feel like he does so good in these kind of conditions. So.
And BetMGM.
These are
all ties in full. Oh, sorry guys, go ahead.
Oh yeah, Lowry does play really well in the wind, but these are going to be some very rarely strong winds this week. It looks like if the forecast holds true.
I mean, BetMGM seems like the place to be to bet golf. I mean, they pay ties.
They
in
may have
full.
to drive across the border.
They're just out here swinging around T40s with like really goofy odds.
I might have to take a road trip.
All right, so final notes. Allie, we'll stick with you. Final notes on the course. Anything? I know we're big Scotty Scheffler fans. Are we big John Rahm fans this weekend? Did we finally make that turn?
Did you ask me if I am a John Rahm fan?
Yeah, that was the question that was asked. You mean to repeat it?
No, I just.
It's a sarcastic question, but I assume we're going to start to get. Oh, you hate to see it.
I know. I'm sorry to John Rahm. But no, I'm excited. I hope that this week my outright can at least make the cut. But no, I think it's going to be a good one. I love these majors. I feel like the energy is just so fun around them. So.
Very good. Very good. And Snyder, on your end, any final notes relative to the course? Anything you want, any juicy last-minute info?
I'm just looking forward to this event. It's going to be awesome. And there was one deal. DraftKings is offering a winner without John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy, and Jordan Spieth. You can get Cam Smith at 14-1 minus those guys. I really like that one for win odds as well.
Oh wow, very nice. Very nice. And by the way, Snyder, nice shirt. I'm a fan of vibrant colors. I can appreciate you bringing that to the show this week. So thank you. Thank you, Allie. Nice shirt as well. It's a little dark. I mean, Snyder basically trumps the with the shirt with its snakes.
I think they're dragons, actually. But
and me, just the plain old blue. Keeping it classy.
But you have to have the chains hanging out. So.
Oh yeah, that's always going to have to be a given. Okay, so thank you so much for popping in, everybody. I don't know. Actually, before we do, Danny, I'm not sure what he's even referencing. DeChambeau. Oh, DeChambeau.
Yeah.
So what's his odds? Actually, I'm not hearing anybody talk about him.
He
just withdrew.
Oh, you hate to see it. That now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Yeah, I guess Danny, that's quite possible. It's quite possible.
$18 for a beer.
I believe I haven't been to any of these majors, but I assume
in at that point.
Well, that's why you got a pregame. You got to get yourself.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just
Bring the flasks in.
show up. All right. So thank you for hanging out, everybody. Thank you to Allie and Snyder for providing good information. It's 2 different shows this week, so feel free to peek both or none of them. I could really give a shit. Actually, I do care. I'm just kidding. But yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. As always, gamble responsibly, stay safe, and yes, run pure. See you guys next week.